Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me in this video. Okay, so this was actually not the video I had planned for today. I've been working on another video. Unfortunately, that project's just taking me a little longer than I expected, hence why it's in pieces. So I figured in this video I would just do a get ready with me video and kind of catch you guys up on what has been going on with wedding planning and what we've accomplished so far. I know that I told you guys a little bit about it like a long time ago, and I never really touched back on it. I figured today I would talk about that and update you guys in this video. Okay, so I'm gonna put my hair back real quick. Right now I have washed my face. I have moisturizer on and some vitamin C serum, and that is pretty much it. If you follow me in my previous videos, I talked about getting my eyebrows microbladed and then my eyelash extensions done, which really helps getting ready in the morning. As you guys can see, I woke up like this. I actually just got my eyebrows touched up, so that's why they're a little bit darker than they will be here in about a couple of weeks once they heal. So just to give you guys an idea of what I have so far. I'm gonna start off by applying some foundation slash sun protection, and I really love the It Cosmetics CC Plus cream. This has an SPF 50 plus, UVA, UVB, and I'm using the color medium light. I think this color is perfect for me in the winter. In the summer, it like is very light. So I just apply like a little bit and then just buff that onto my face. Okay, so wedding planning. I honestly was so stumped for the longest time. We decided we would do a destination wedding in Jamaica, and even then just deciding where in Jamaica, the resorts in Jamaica was difficult because there were just so many options. And we finally decided on the Royalton Negril, and I am so excited because the resort looks beautiful. We've actually never been. We kind of just decided to pull the trigger and just go with it. I joined their Facebook group. It's the Royalton Negril Brides Facebook group, and that was really helpful to be able to talk to other brides getting married at that resort. So that's what I've been doing. I've joined so many Facebook groups, and that has helped tremendously with planning our wedding. I don't want to tell you guys the exact date just because, you know, this is very public, and we do want a little bit of privacy. I know I don't have that many subscribers, but with today's day and age, you never know what's safe, what's not. So I'm not going to give you guys the exact date, but we did decide on the beginning of 2021. So I'm really excited. It's a long ways away. We have an over 2-year engagement, but that's okay. I feel like we wanted to push it back a little bit because it was a destination wedding. We were so far behind. We wanted to give our guests at least a year to prepare. So that was the reason why we chose that date. I'm gonna apply a little bit more just because I'm going to be driving to go see my sister, and I want a little extra sun protection for the road. I also just had a mole removed right there, and so that's why I'm avoiding that area. It is healing. So you guys are wondering why I'm not doing that area, that is the reason. I have a video up on it if you guys are curious about the mole removal process. Okay, so now that foundation is on, I'm going to apply a little bit of lip balm because my lips are chapped. Okay, so we have our wedding venue. We have our resorts for a destination wedding. We are working with a travel agent, which does help a lot, especially once we have all of our guests and everything, because she's gonna be the one to reach out to them to see if they wanna book or not. The step after getting the actual venue and all that stuff and all that paperwork was to find a photographer and videographer. And that was something that I actually struggled with a lot. There are so many good videographers and photographers out there that it was really hard to narrow down. On top of it, it was also a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. The prices for photography and videography that I was finding for people whose styles I really liked were just crazy. So I was struggling with that a lot. I was doing a lot of research to find, you know, styles I liked, but also within our price range, because we didn't want to spend a fortune, you know, for video and photography. Originally, I reached out to these really great photographers in Austin that I just really liked their work, and the prices were just so expensive. And so then I discovered that I could go onto Facebook and actually post about it, and you can find photographers who happen to maybe be newer or willing to work for a little bit less for travel and accommodation. So that's actually what we ended up doing, and that helped out a lot. Like, that saved us a lot for our budget with photography and videography. So because of that, we actually do have a photographer and a videographer booked for our wedding, which I'm really excited about, just to get that kind of out of the way. And then concealer, especially for under eye concealer, I really like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is really, really good for the price. I want to say it's around like $8 or $9, which is a lot cheaper than if I were to go to Sephora. I apply it underneath my eyes, a little bit on like my nostrils, just to kind of conceal them a little bit, and then that is it. I feel like when I apply it onto my forehead, it just gets really cakey. Sometimes I do my chin, but I feel like it's not necessary. Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna apply a translucent setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier, and I don't bake like a lot of other people. I just like a very light layer just to make it not sticky, and just kind of sweep it to set the concealer and the foundation. Very, very little amount. I've actually had this jar for like 2.5 years and it's still like half full, just because I barely use it, but it's very, very necessary because I have kind of oily skin. And then next up, I'm going to contour, and I'm using the Benefit Hoola. This is in, I don't know which color this is. It doesn't say the color, it just says it's like a bronzer for the face. I think they have multiple shades now though, so this is the shade. And I love this. I can't do cream contours because it breaks me out. I'm very prone to breakouts in this area, and cream contours just makes it worse. So powder it is, and I really like this brand. Okay, so photography, videography done, which is really nice because I was stressing over that. And then we also had our engagement photos taken. We actually ended up going with another photographer who's not shooting our wedding, just because we were trying to decide which one at the time, and then we finally had an opportunity to take wedding engagement photos with one of the photographers, decided to shoot with her, and she's actually amazing. It just came down to price for us because the photographer that we ended up going with gave us a better price than the original one, which style we loved also. But yeah, it just came down to price, and you know, weddings are expensive, so any little bit of savings helps. And because we had the engagement photos taken, we were able to send out our save the dates. So we already have our save the dates sent out, and that is pretty much where we're at with our wedding planning. Since we're going with a resort and it's like an all-inclusive resort, they actually do not talk about the wedding with you until about 5 months before the wedding, which is, you know, so long away. So I really don't have anything until then. I think the only thing is like maybe planning the wedding party, and then picking out my dress, and then kind of just all those like those small details. But like as far as decor and everything else goes, I can't even talk with the resort until 5 months before the wedding, which is, you know, months and months away. So with the contouring, I like to apply it just under my cheekbones right here, a little bit on the forehead, and then I do underneath the jawline over here, and then lastly I'll take like a small little brush and like very, very lightly tap it into the product, and then even like brush some of it off, and then contour my nose. Just right along the very side of my nose, and you don't want very much at all. Just dip, brush off, and then that's it. I remember when I first started contouring, I would use so much and it just would look so unnatural. So now I like to make it look as natural as I can. Okay, and then I follow that up with a little bit of a bigger brush. I can't talk today. And then just kind of blend that out a little bit more, because last thing I need is my nose to look dirty. For my lashes, since They're extensions. All I need to do is brush them out, make sure that they're straight and not tangled. And then now I also like to take like a big fluffy brush. Normally I use these brushes for blending brushes, but because I have the lash extensions now, they're just easier to kind of add like a light layer of eyeshadow to my eyes. And I go with like a really light shade, like this kind of nude shade, and it just kind of helps add a little bit of dimension to my eyes. I don't really need it because, you know, my lashes are so voluminous and you barely can see the eyeshadow, so I just add just a layer behind to give it a little bit of color, a little bit of dimension, and kind of round out the look a little bit so you can't see my veins in my eyelid, you know what I mean? Okay, and then lastly, I just add a little bit of blush. So this one is the Japanese Velvet Touch Blush in shade 2. I've had this forever. I just don't go through makeup very much because I use so little of it when I do apply it, but I really like this shade, so I just pick up a little bit of product and then I apply it onto the apples of my cheek and then blend that out onto like my cheekbone to kind of create like this V. And sometimes I'll take it onto my nose also just to kind of make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, so makeup is all done. I'm going to do my hair real quick, and that would pretty much be it. That's my makeup now that I have my eyebrows and my eyelashes done. Also, if my eyebrows had not just been touched up, I'd apply like a brow gel onto them. And then I actually just uploaded a video on how to do my hair in 5 minutes because that's what I'm doing today because I am in a hurry. I'm actually late to go meet up with my sister. Okay, that is pretty much it for me getting ready now. Anyway, I'm gonna go change. I'm gonna go meet up with my sister, but that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of update on our wedding. I know there's not really too much yet. We still have a long way to go, but I feel like a lot of the bulk of it is like done, you know? Okay, anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to click on that subscribe button right there and click on that bell notification so you can see more videos like this. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!